Homes and businesses demolished. Schools overcrowded, understaffed, ill-equipped. Streets littered with rubble, running with raw sewage. Basic services unavailable. Food, clothing, the staples of life, in critically short supply or non-existent. The air filled with the sounds of conflict and the cries of families torn apart. That's what it's like in a war zone, caught between competing governments, ideologies, ethnicities. That's the battle being fought every day by children in Palestine and other troubled regions.
Once you go there and see, you find yourself saying, this is worse than anybody could have ever described, or worse than any picture I could have ever seen. They have no opportunities. They don't have any of the same things that we take for granted for our children. The outside world will look at this group of people and define them by actions of others and paint everybody with the same brush. And there are innocent people who shouldn't have to bear that burden, including those children.
Yet every day, more and more of these children and their families are finding new reasons to keep going, to keep trying, to keep hoping, thanks to Kinder USA.
Kinder USA is a nonprofit humanitarian organization that is based here in the United States that provides assistance to children around the world, particularly in Palestine.
Kinder USA was established in 2002 by a group of physicians and humanitarian aid workers during a time of crisis in the West Bank and Gaza.
There were a lot of attacks going on, people were really suffering, and the charities in this country had been closed for different reasons. And so we came together to create an organization that would enable people to appropriately support Palestinians in need, with particular emphasis on children.
The mission of Kinder USA is to alleviate the suffering and promote the well-being of children in Palestine and beyond. One of the ways Kinder USA serves needy children is through innovative programs that support their families, schools, and communities. An outstanding example is a bakery project begun in 2004, a program that simultaneously addresses the need for nutrition, employment, and self-reliance.
The bakery project in the southern part of Gaza was designed to help provide work opportunities for women who had lost their husbands. I met one of the women who had been working there that whole time, and she couldn't say enough about how grateful she was, because she had been living on the streets with her 5 children. So not only did we give her the opportunity to support her family, we gave her the opportunity to give back to her very own community and care for other children.
Another example, a cooperative in a marginalized rural area southeast of Gaza City. Here, Kinder has trained women in the production of white cheese for distribution to indigent families. Again, this approach enables these women to earn money, to care for their children, and to contribute to their community. Kinder USA programs are also unique in the way they honor the character of the people they serve.
Instead of giving them handouts or baskets of food that they hadn't chosen, we gave them vouchers that they could use then to redeem at a local merchant, and we would then pay the merchant the money. So we're helping support that local business and giving people the chance to choose what they want. For school uniforms or school supplies, instead of just handing them things, we gave them the vouchers so that they go and choose what they wanted in order to feel like they had some ownership. So this has been a hallmark of everything that we've done to support the dignity of the individuals involved. And I think that's what makes our work important. It also is what makes our work unique.
Beyond the basics, the greatest needs these children have are for education and for access to a life outside of the misery they experience every day.
We are right now involved in tutoring projects for kids at risk, and when we had it just 2 nights a week, the demand was so great we had to expand it, but we didn't have the facilities. Just shows the need and the desire for people to improve and to do better. We try to help with activities that are more recreational and give them a chance to think of something, have a good time, and not be caught up in the difficulties of life that they're facing, whether it's a summer camp program, after-school program, something that promotes activity in the arts, theater.
It takes people. It takes resources, but Kinder USA receives no government support.
Our support comes from a wonderful community of donors who are Palestinian, who are Arab American, who are Muslim, who are Christian, who are Jews, who are people who really care about the children in Palestine above and beyond whatever the political circumstance may be. What I'd like to see for Kinder USA in the next 5 to 10 years is to really expand our reach, to fund more projects similar to the types that we've done. We also would like to be able to provide services to people in other areas of need. Again, focusing on the gaps that are not being met by some of the larger organizations with an emphasis on children. And in order to do that, we do need more financial support, more capacity building, in order to carry out those kinds of activities and take it to the next level.
The work is difficult, frustrating, sometimes dangerous, but Kinder USA's dedicated people are never in doubt that it's the right thing to do.
Caring for the needs of children is something that we as adults have an obligation to do. If I saw a child in the street that was in need, I wouldn't walk past that child without making sure the child's needs were met. And if the community around him is unable to fulfill his needs, then we need to step in on his behalf to give him a chance so that he can grow and thrive.
We are all human beings, all part of the same family. And when one of us suffers, we all suffer. But thanks to the caring, concerned individuals who support the work of Kinder USA, there's a little less of that suffering in the world every day.
When we look back and look at the number of lives that we've had an impact on, within the last almost 10 years, we have provided services to almost 500,000 children in the West Bank, Gaza, and Lebanon. And when you think that the overall population we're dealing with is somewhere, with all of those groups, around 4 million, that is a very significant number of lives to have been touched. If we have the attitude that we're all here as part of the same human family to look after one another, and that each child deserves the same rights and opportunities everywhere, that can only translate into a better outcome for the entire planet.